cutting off my leg was the best decision I've ever made. Yet I still regret it most days. And I know that sounds contradictory because a lot of people think that the right decision is always followed by happiness and sun and rainbows, and that's not correct. That's not right. Cutting off my leg was the result of years of pain because of a medical injury that resulted in me not being able to live my life, not being able to do things with my daughter, not being able to go places with her, not being able to just live the normal life of a 33-year-old. And the decision was either to cut my leg off or to end my life altogether. I hated the person I'd become with the pain. I hated the person I'd become with the medication. So it was either end it or chop off the leg, and I chose to chop off the leg. But holy crap, the amount of regret and the amount of disappointment that comes with that decision is absolutely immense. Even though it was the best thing and it did truly save my life, nobody ever talks about the fact that you have to put your leg on to go piss in the middle of the night. You have to put your leg on to go and investigate every single bump in the middle of the night. You know, getting up in the morning, I'm 35 years old now, and when I wake up in the morning, I gotta pee, I gotta go. And so it's another like 2 minutes to put my leg on, put my liner on, shove my leg into the socket, and then hobble my butt to the bathroom. You know, that's nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the cost, the $3,500 it costs to get a new socket twice a year, the grind that it is to just get out of bed, to get going, to have to pack extra stuff for your leg to be able to go on a trip, which, by the way, is kind of cool because you get to put your stuff in a carry-on, and your carry-on is guaranteed to go on board the aircraft inside the passenger compartment. That's a plus. But, you know, that regret follows. That regret follows all of that. Every morning when I wake up, I wonder if I made the right decision. And then I look over at my daughter and I know for a fact that I did. The realization that comes every single morning, about every hour of every day, is that the decision that I made, while it sucked, it was the better decision because I'm still here today. I'm still here. I'm still kicking. And you may not have had your leg cut off, but you have gone through this exact same thing. Whether it's a divorce from an unhealthy relationship that was truly you or your mental health, you know, it's the same. It's giving up a career because it's not healthy for you. Unfortunately, if you go through a loss, you know, if it's even giving up drugs. I know people that have given up lifetime of narcotics, and they grieve that decision because they grieve what they felt like, but yet it's the best thing that ever happened to them because now they're actual, you know, normal members of society. Gratitude for the decision and grief for the decision can coexist. They can 100% coexist. I absolutely grieve the loss of my leg, but I am so freaking grateful for what that opportunity gave me. I am going to say this, and it's going to sound pretty jacked. I am grateful for my arrest story. Do I grieve my old life, my old friends, my old career? Absolutely. Am I grateful for the path that it put me on? 100%. Before that story, I never thought I'd live past the age of 30. I always joked that somebody would kill me or I'd take my own life by the age of 30. And so much so that the you know, all my relationships back before that were never geared towards marriage. They were never geared towards long term until that day came when everything changed, when I lost my old life for the better. Now here I am, 35, 2 kids, a wife, you know, a great life. I grieve the decision that I made that put me in that position, that, you know, that brought shame and it brought hopelessness and it brought a lot of bad things with it. But my God, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that knock on the door in the middle of the night. I'm so grateful because it saved my life. It put me here. I'm grateful for the amputation. I'm grateful for pretty much all the pain that God has allowed me to go through because it gives me the reason and it gives me the way to be able to sit here. You know, as I talk about this, I giggle because now, you know, when we heal, when your amputation surgery heals, you know, it's not a quick process. It's weeks and weeks and weeks of healing, and then all of a sudden one day you just click and you're walking. That's not what these decisions feel like. These decisions is happiness, and happiness does not always follow the right decision. The right decision is a lot of times is followed by fear, because you were so comfortable with what was before, you're fearing what the change is afterwards. And healing is not forgetting what you went through. Healing is not giving in to it. Healing is not forgetting it at all. Healing is learning how to carry it and package it differently. We always say, the decisions aren't what make us, it's how we handle the decisions that make us, and this kind of follows suit. It's how you decide to handle what you've been given, and it's how you decide to handle those hard decisions that make us and allow us to truly heal. So I'm looking at notes. I apologize. Some decisions that we make in our life, and I know for mine, are the ones that are truly going to save it. As hard and as shitty as they are the things that are going to ultimately save our life. And I hope and pray that that's the case for you as well. Still regret a lot of it. I still grieve a lot of it. But truly, compared to the alternative, it's not even freaking close. I'm here. I'm talking to you. Not even close. And if given the opportunity, I would make the exact same decision every single time. The right decision in our life doesn't always feel good by any means. But that hard decision will give you your life back. So what is something that you grieve? What is something that you have lost, that you have made a decision to give up, that you grieve, yet it was the best thing for you and it gave you your life back? Don't have to be specific, but if there's something out there that you've given up or that you've lost that saved your life, even if it is your leg, let me know in the comments below. This is what happens when life doesn't go well on plan A and we have to live life on plan C. See you next week.